It's a very interesting combination. Initially, when I saw the earnings report, they weren't about broad economic uncertainty. I thought that investors are very sensitive towards that, but we're actually here. It rose as much as 8.6%. It's up about 7% now. So incredible rally here. I think an important part of this market and what we're seeing in terms of dip buying is all those names who suffered the most, and Delta was down about 40% before this, are getting a big boost. Of course, the earnings report, we had a really good earnings report from them despite the uncertainty. Analysts are warning that despite all of this, investors should be encouraged by their diverse revenue streams, by their cost management. So when I look at the buy recommendation, there is definitely a lot of optimism among analysts. And then, of course, we got the first quarter earning that beat analyst estimates, so that's bringing some optimism. But Delta declined to reaffirm the forecast it issued in January. There is clearly so much uncertainty, but investors are buying the dip. So probably that uncertainty is fine for the first few hours of trading.
I mean, it just shows that how much was already priced into your point. It's down 48% since this peak in February, which means that for earnings season, if you beat, even if you pull guidance, are we going to re-rate just because we've already been so pummeled? BI maybe doesn't agree, but nonetheless. Peabody Energy.
Yeah, we have two different types of news bringing the stock higher. It was high as much as 21% in pre-market. Now, obviously, some of those gains have faded, but still incredibly strong day. We have a combination of President Donald Trump signing an executive order to expand mining use of coal in the U.S. And we also have a deal worth up to about $4 billion to buy Anglo American steelmaking coal. So the combination of the deal and the combination of obviously what's coming out of the White House is really boosting the companies. We have a lot of measures, obviously, to promote electricity made from coal. So that's clearly boosting the company. And it's one of the biggest winners today. We're yet to see if that holds, because obviously everything's volatile. But that's definitely one name we're looking at.
Alex, what did you make of the president's executive order yesterday promoting, I guess, the use of coal, the mining of coal? Is this for domestic consumption? Is this for export? Both?
Well, it seemed to say that it was for AI demand in order to meet that. That's why it was sort of energy security. But at the end of the day, guys, it's economics. If it economically makes sense to build a coal plant, they will build it. If it makes economic sense to keep it running, they will keep it running. Now, coal is below natural gas in prices, so from that perspective, sure. But on a longer term basis, I mean, TBD, would you really change what you're investing in terms of natural gas to coal? I don't know.
For the fireplace, I once bought a bag of coal from a guy in Pennsylvania, just to see, to experiment.
How did it burn?
Oh, it burns forever, hot as all get out.
Did it smell bad?
Man, what was coming out of the chimney? You don't want to breathe that stuff.
Right.
Just
there
saying.
We go. Just saying.
My observation.
You need carbon capture for his house. All right, and wrapping it up here, let's go to Cal-Maine. This is what is this a food company now?
Going to one of my favorite topics. It's an egg producer that reported third quarter earnings that missed consensus. But most importantly, we're hearing about investigation from the Department of Justice for the causes behind the increase in egg prices. Also, one thing I really like about this company, the ticker is COM, which is something we all need today. But the shares dropped earlier on Wednesday. There was a really big drop. Obviously, now things are so volatile on micro level that a lot of that drop was erased. But for sure, that's a very interesting name to look at, going to that egg price debate that has shaken the economy. But the company also said Tuesday it is acquiring Echo Lake Foods, a Vermont-based maker of ready-to-eat egg products. So clearly the egg economy is expanding. So that's an interesting name to watch. That's actually scoring small losses today compared to what we saw in pre-market trading.
All right, thanks so much. We really appreciate Denisa Sakova joining us. For more conversations like this, listen to our new Stock Movers podcast. Subscribe for 5-minute episodes on the biggest winners and losers in the stock market. Listen to Stock Movers on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcasts.